house on fire.
So we open on this lady obviously trying to write a romance novel. At the same time, she's baking cookies to try to help pay the bills until her big break happens. Meanwhile, she's getting phone calls left and right about all the bills she owes.
Of course I know I owe you $154.08.
So glad we have internet now so we don't have to actually talk to these people.
You're standing right by the switch that cuts off my current.
Can they really do that? Holy crap.
I'll drop by cash today. Thank you.
I hate Mrs. Brewer.
You don't hate anyone.
I hate Mrs. Brewer.
Marty.
But I love you, Mom.
This kid's an adorable little troublemaker. So time to get back to writing that best-selling romance novel. Try writing fan fiction and then change the characters' names. I hear that works.
Surf's up, her heart seemed to say.
Yikes.
I'm doing the best I can. I don't buy myself clothes.
Big mood. Anyway, it turns out that the person at the door isn't actually a bill collector. Okay.
Stay away, or I'll spoon you.
So help me, I will cuddle you to death. Anyway, he knows who she is. Her name is Xantipe, believe it or not.
Mother of Martin Bullock Fincher, age 10, who'll one day weigh 412 pounds.
Cookie dough.
I will not have a devil in my house. Get out!
Oh, so you seem to have a knack of knowing who we are.
Good point, she actually gets it right away.
I have enough problems. Leave me alone!
Again, mood.
You want my soul? You can have it.
That's not what I came here for.
Martin is not going to weigh 412 pounds.
I love how it took a while for that one to process.
He eats a lot of dough balls.
What do you want?
So the title is slightly misleading because this guy isn't actually Satan, but he does work for him. Anyway, they bet on a football game and this guy won.
My prize is I get to live here with you while you ghostwrite my memoirs.
What?
Well, at least she got a nicer typewriter out of it.
Writers drink a lot, right?
Well, it was the only thing that got John Carpenter through writing the script for Halloween 2. So why her? Well, she is a writer, and part of the deal is that he gets to live with her, and he likes her house.
I like the way you look.
That too.
I am not going to write or ghostwrite a book for you or any devil or anybody.
She's taking all this pretty well, all things considered.
If Lucifer says I can, I can.
I'm sure dinner with this devil guy will be interesting.
Are you a date of my mom's?
I'm not a date. I'm a devil.
Oh.
What is it about this family that they just accept this guy being a devil? I just find that hilarious.
Ain't no such thing as luck, kid. The world is fixed.
That would explain a lot. So anyway, Martin's not too crazy about the creamed peas on toast that his mom made. Neither is she, really, so...
Wow!
Oh shit, can I write this guy's book? Anyway, now Marty wants this devil to put a hex on his teacher.
No hexes.
We'll talk later, my man.
Yeah, these two are getting along a little too well. Later...
Surf's up, her heart seemed to say. This is poetry.
Really?
Why don't you write your book yourself?
Why should I work when I can just take the credit? I get the feeling I'm bothering you.
Anyway, she's obviously not too hot on how he's barged in, demanding a book from her and corrupting her kid, and thinks she won't be getting anything out of it.
What, do you need something?
Look at this place.
And there goes the power again.
Electricity's on me.
Martin could use some new clothes. I'd like to get my hair done.
Devil's life's okay for me. But I don't know if you're suited for it.
But it turns out that accepting help from a devil causes you to become one.
Would you like a glass of champagne? Would you like to dance?
Oh, and here comes the seduction. And it seems to be working. Maybe a little too well.
Oh my God.
Don't say that.
Interesting choice of words.
Welcome to devilhood, Xantipe. Welcome to devilhood, Xantipe.
I don't want to be in the devilhood.
Oof, I hate when they alter a scene after the commercial break.
I don't want to be a devil. Keep your hands off me.
Too late.
Anyway, now she has all new appliances, all red naturally, and even Marty is wearing red.
I know I'll get a A's on this one, because Clancy had some slave do it.
I guess the devil's name is Clancy. I think this is the first time we're hearing that.
I'm getting back at Mrs. Brewer. Watch this!
Well, that makes sense. If accepting help from a devil means that you become one, I guess Marty is one now, too. Scary thought. That was some well-timed slapstick. Anyway, Clancy gives him his lunch, featuring a steak sandwich, and he gets sent off to school.
I want you to be good in school today.
Don't worry, Mom.
I would be very worried if I was her.
I want my son back. That's not my son.
He's Marty. With advantages.
Exactly, that kid totally had it in him. He just didn't have the means to do anything with it before.
Oh my God.
Don't say that.
I love this running gag.
I never thought I'd have to give up my soul for a washer and dryer.
You don't take care of yourself, no one else will in this world.
But what about the bills? All the people I owe money to.
At this point, she finds out that one of the companies she owed money to has lost their building and all of their records to a fire. Hope nobody died, holy crap.
I don't want any of this.
And now she owes him that book.
No!
Don't mess with me! We got a deadline! This book's gotta be at the publishers by midnight!
Damn.
Hear me?
Xantipe doesn't back down, though.
And if you need it so bad, just write it yourself.
Good for her. So now he's gonna try to write it himself. Dude doesn't even know how to use a typewriter. I also like Xantipe going back to making cookies again, even though she's still a devil. I guess she feels a bit sorry for him now and offers to write the book if he turns her and her son back to normal people, but apparently he can't.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
I'll just talk to the boss myself.
No! No!
Butt out!
Whoa, the tables have definitely turned. Hello, Satan.
He wants this book to be a bestseller. He wants things accurate. He wants rhythm and pacing. He wants correct spelling.
Oh,
I love that it's correct spelling that he reacts to.
what am I gonna do?
I made a deal with the boss.
She's literally made a deal with the devil, so now they're collaborating on it.
Let's start at the beginning. How did you become a devil?
Apparently he's been a devil since 1921,
The Giants picked me off the streets of New York to play defense.
and he was a former football player who got kicked out, lost his money, and ended up getting shot and killed while robbing a bank.
Now you think I'm a terrible person?
Interesting life, and that was before he became a devil. I could see that making a good book.
Do I regret being a devil? It ain't easy. Here in heaven, you get to do whatever you want. In hell, you gotta knuckle under to the boss. Everyone's always snitching on each other.
So hell has office politics? Sounds about right.
A minor devil's never changed into a minor angel.
Sounds like maybe he'd like that if it were possible.
But you'll make sure your boss keeps his bargain with me.
I'll give it my best shot.
And the book gets finished before midnight, apparently. Next day, Marty comes home from school and just grabs a beer from the fridge like it ain't but a thing.
Getting ready to relax.
Stop glowing your eyes at me, young man.
Anyway, Clancy is off taking the book to a publisher, in hell, I guess. And if it's a bestseller, they are going to lose their devilhood like Xantipe asked for.
It's published.
And it worked.
We're not meant to be devils.
Speak of the devil,
Ready to raise a little hell?
It didn't work.
attaboy Clancy.
Guess these'll take a little getting used to.
Aw, and he's gonna stay. They are kind of a cute couple. And so ends Satan in the Suburbs. This one might be one of my favorites, at least out of the ones that are intentionally comedic. Yes, it might even be funnier than My Zombie Lover. There's something about how Monsters is low budget and not usually self-aware about it that makes it surprising how well it nails comedy when it wants to. Another reason I'm so hard on Taps. It really has no excuse to be as unfunny as it is. It's a fairly run-of-the-mill story with a be careful what you wish for kind of theme, but it's really the characters that make it work. I love that the devil is just this guy with a goatee wearing a dorky red sweater and matching sneakers, though he is oddly charming, which fits. Though he does get a scary moment in full-on spiky demon visage, and that was a neat design. And even though Xantipe predictably takes the high road, I do love that moment where she uses her demonness to her advantage. It's just a really fun episode with kind of a sitcom-y vibe, and it's just really funny, clever, and charming. And I like that it has a happy ending for Clancy. Hard to tell how things are going to go for Xantipe and her son after giving up her devil powers. Maybe she'll actually get some money for that book she wrote, or at the very least, maybe writing it will give her a boost of self-confidence that will help with her writing career. Honestly, though, I don't have anything bad to say about this one. This was directed by Warner Shook, who has pretty much only directed a couple episodes of Monsters and a few episodes of Tales from the Dark Side, of course. He's also done a little bit of acting, including Creepshow. He played Richard in the Father's Day segment. It was written by Jules Selbo, who actually also wrote the last episode, All in a Day's Work. I can kind of see that. Clancy has a similar quality as Belfamelec, and she's got one more comedy episode coming, which I'm looking forward to. Xantipe and Marty were played by mainly character actors, but Clancy was played by Chris Noth, who you might recognize as Mike Logan from the Law & Order Extended Universe. He was also in Sex and the City. I've never watched that show, and this is the second video in a row where I've mentioned it, and The Good Wife. So that's about it for this one. Next up is another good one, Mannequins of Horror. See you then.
Do you live in hell?
Yeah.
Is it stinky and smelly? And do people writhe all the time and groan and moan and cackle? And is it hot?
Yeah.
Cool.